Everyone once again. Um, so thank you for those that responded to the assignment I sent to the page. I think it's only one person that has responded to the assignment so far. It's only one person. Okay. So don't know. Can we just discuss about the assignment? Is there any challenge? Are you facing some challenge in attempting the assignment? Apart from Mr. Glory, who has tried? Who has tried the assignment?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. I tried doing the
Okay.
assignment, sir, but I was not able to send it to you because there's no light in my area, so I cannot access my
Okay.
system. But I will send it to you when
Okay.
there's light, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So let me just quickly go over it. Okay. So let me just quickly go over it. So I think I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay. So the assignment says run a descriptive analysis of the section C in the material A folder. So the hint is the material folder contains a file titled scoring scale for knowledge and practice. One. Find all the variables in section C and run a quick descriptive analysis as we have been taught this evening, that's yesterday's evening. On the output interface of SPSS, export your descriptive statistics. Report your findings in Word document. See table 1 as an example. This is table 1. Hence, complete table 2 for your descriptive analysis. Okay, so basically what I was expecting us to do is to we all have the material folders. Is for us to go to the material folder, the one that is titled material folder A. So I wanted us to go there and go and check these are like the keys, because in the data set it's not explicitly it's not defined which one is section A or section B or section C. But for us to know which one is which, what we also know what section is what section. This is like a guide. This scoring scale for knowledge and practice is like a guide for us to actually know which of the variables represent which section. So I wanted us to actually go to the scoring scale for knowledge and practice document and look at which one which of the question is section C. So the focus for the assignment is for us to just run the analysis, just do a descriptive statistics for section C alone. So from what we have here, the first question in section C is, have you heard of hepatitis B before this survey? So all right. So that means so these are data set. So that means we need to go and look for which one is it. By taking your mouse, by taking your cursor over the variable name, you can easily see the name of the variable, the label. Remember I talked about label. Label is the full description of what the variable is. Yes. So this has to be it. So this is where section C is starting. Said have you heard about hepatitis B before the survey? So let's just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So where does it end? Section C. Is there a cure? Is there a cure for chronic hepatitis B infection? So that's where it ends, right? So let's go and look for it. Let's look for where let's look for let's look for that. Is there a cure? Mm, Is there a cure for you can see that that's it. So let's just see what we can do. So like I explained yesterday, if you want to select many variable at once, you need to click on the variable name, click on it. So it's highlighted. Once it's highlighted, you go to where you want to stop. You will what? You will press shift and click on it. So do you see that it has highlighted the whole selection from have you heard of hepatitis to is there a cure for hepatitis? So once that is done, just take your mouse to any of the variable in question and right click, go to descriptive statistics. So click on it. So immediately the code is going to run like this. It's going to run like this. So the code is going to run and immediately you see your analysis like this. You see analysis like this. So specifically I said we should do the data set. I should do this data set. I think Mr. Glory, I think he mistakenly went to go and work with he went to work on data sets too. So because that I saw that in his work, I was seeing instead of I don't know, yes, no, I was seeing 1 0 1 0 0. So, and I remember that is that data set too that has those 1 0 1 0. That's okay. So is there anything? Okay. So I think that's just the hint. So I've taken time to explain the hint again. So the last thing on the hint is we need to actually export it out. We need to export our result out because this way we'll not be able to write type it out. So we need to export it out and have it in okay. Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. I think the recording compression is done. Let me try to let me save it. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think it's done. Okay. So, mm, okay. Am I still connected? All right. So the next part of the hint is for us to what's it called? It's for us to export it out and see so that we're able to generate our table because the end point of analysis is to be able to actually It's able to actually, report your findings. It's able to report your findings. Okay. So, so how do you now do that? You have to actually export the result out. So you go here, go to File, go to Export. So you click on Export. So after you click on Export, you go to File Name. So that file name is like you telling it how you want to save it. So you need to save it in a place where you easily see it. Save it in a place where you easily see it. So a place where you easily see it. So you can just save it here. What do we call it now? Section C, section C, descriptive, descriptive. So save. So you click on OK, and when you click on OK, it saves. So after that is done, you can now go and look for it. So you can see that automatically it's already in your folder. So this is the folder. It's already in the folder. You can open it, and so once you open it, so once you open it, so it comes out like this. So this is still very much in the raw form. This is still very much in the raw form. So we want to actually have it in a presentable table, a presentable format. Do you get that? So that's why I said we should use this table. So uh, depending on the researcher and the institution, or if it's for academic purpose, if it's an academic analysis, you might usually have to use this kind of table. So this kind of table is what you just use. So now, so have you have you heard about hepatitis B before this thing, before this survey? No, it's 52. 52, no. So 52, 71%. Yes is what? 128. 128. And sorry, no is what? 52. 28.9%. Yes is what? Yes is 71.1%. So there's no I don't know. Nobody picked I don't know. So you delete that one. You don't have to take it because it will just be occupying space. So that's what you do for all of them. So that's what you do for them. So the table of course will be more than this. It will be extended until you are able to capture all the variable. So I still very much expect the assignment from us, because that's when you get to do when you get to do the hands-on, that's when you get to actually understand and know these things. Because there's no way you do the hands-on and meet some challenges, and it's after you're able to solve those challenges that you can actually it registers in your mind. It registers in your mind. So, and it's good to actually do some hands-on. So I've explained how to go about the assignment. Okay, so today we'll be looking. Okay, touching on some other descriptive analysis before we do a short KAP study. Who knows what a KAP study is? KAP. Okay, it's okay. Most of the time in most public health research, they do KAP studies where you have K is for knowledge, A is for attitude, P is for practice. So just quickly, so just do KAP studies, and basically what you just do is just try to add up the question, based on the score that the researcher has given you. Just add it up. If person gets a question correctly, it's a mark. If the person misses the question, it's zero. So by the time you add it up, you pull it together, you do the aggregate. So you now different specify different grades, different level of grades. Whether poor, good, bad. Depending on the grades that the researcher wants you to use. Depending on the percentage. So yeah, but don't worry, we'll get there. So, but let me just quickly show us some other ways of doing descriptive statistics. So what we did yesterday was a quick method. If you want to do a more elaborate descriptive statistics, you go to analyze. So immediately you see it's actually showing you descriptive statistics. So there are some options, but the ones that I'll be using here is these two, frequency and descriptive. Let's click on frequency. So frequency, mind you, frequency is mostly used for categorical data. So I don't need to go back on categorical data. I believe we all know what that means. Categorical data or qualitative data. So frequency is most times is used for them. So something like okay, our age group is already categorical because we have already categorized the age and we've already sort the age into categories. Let me just take age group. You can select plenty or press control and click gender. Let me take marital status, education, hepatitis B, sorry, antigen. Let me. So we are taking all of these five variables. We are taking them. We are putting them. We have to put them in this box. So we just click on this arrow. So the arrow sends it in. If you want to return it, click on it. It returns. So this is what's happening. So the arrow is sending it back and forth. So let's send it in. So statistics. We need then okay. We don't really have anything to do here because these statistics, this this central tendency. So I'll not be able to go over this central tendency. I want us to go and read on central tendency and central of dispersion. They are important parameters, important statistics in So just read on them. So most times they are used for quantitative data. They are used for numbers. It's when you sum up numbers that you come up with a mean. That's when you also come up with standard deviation, the sum, all of those things, skewness, kurtosis, percentile. All of these are related to numbers. So we don't have anything to do there. So chart. Let's click on chart. Let's use So this chart is giving us options, saying none. You can decide to use a bar chart. You can decide to use pie chart, but you can't use histogram because histogram most times histogram works with quantitative data. Histogram works with quantitative data. So because we are dealing with qualitative data, so we are dealing with categories. We don't need to. We are not using histogram. So let's use pie chart. You can leave it at this. So this chart value is asking you that your pie chart, do you want it to come out? Do you want the pie chart to actually come out as frequencies or percentage? Let's leave it at frequency, right? Yes. Continue. So leave all these formats at default. You don't need to. They are just format. They're just fonts, all those things, size, bootstrap. You don't need to do anything here. So click on OK. So you can see that. So it's loading right now. Okay, so it has finished loading. So this is what we just sent. We sent in 5 variables. So this is their summary. This table will show you the summary of the 5 variables we sent in. So this is the frequency table. This is gender. This is marital status and like. So what about oh did we choose pie chart or bar chart? Okay, I think we chose pie chart. Okay, it's okay. So this is the pie chart of the age group. You can see the legends. You can see this thing. So that is pie chart. So let's try another thing. Frequency. So again, frequency. Like I said frequency most times. Frequency most times deals with categorical data, but sometimes you might have to use it for your quantitative data. I think in this particular data set, age age is only quantitative data here. And how do I know that? The icon before it, this icon that looks like a bent arrow. Okay, that looks like this icon that looks like sorry, not a looks like a ruler, like a ruler that is tilted to an angle. So a ruler shows scale. Scale is equal to number. So just just see it like that. So only this serial number and age are the numerical data in this data set. So although we don't do anything with serial number, and serial number is not to be analyzed. There's nothing special about it. So let's deal with our age. So let's send in our age. So let's say statistics. So here let's tick all the central tendency, mean, median, mode, sum. Let's tick dispersion, that's standard deviation, variance, range, standard error of mean, minimum, max. Let's tick everything. Let's even tick our quartile. Uh, our quartile. So let's see. So for um for for quantitative data like age, height, weight, and numbers, it's not good to leave this display frequency table on. It's not good to check it because like because once you check it, the result will come out in a very long table that will not really make sense. So you have a long table of frequency of different age, and it won't make sense. You know, it won't make sense that way. Meanwhile, okay, I'll show you. I'll show what I mean. So let's go to chart. What can we do in chart? Let's do histogram. Why? Because we are dealing with a numerical data, a quantitative data. So let's use histogram. So let's allow normal curve. So it's going to give us a curve, like a bell shaped curve like this. Continue. So I'm leaving this display frequency table on so that for us to see what I mean. So we now click OK. It's loading now. Hmm. So this is what we just did now. Age. Can you see the mean? Can you see all the parameters we did? All the parameters, all of the skewness, variance, standard deviation, mode, median, all of everything is here. So this gives you a very detailed analysis, for your statistics. So now look at the frequency table for age. Look at, it's very long. By the time you want to report this, and you want to report this in a Word document, and only age is going to be long from here to the next page, like haba. You now be writing 18 years there are 4 people, 19 years there are 7 people, 20 years there it doesn't make any sense. So that's why yesterday I talked about categorizing age. Do you see where all of this thing comes in? So you need to categorize age, put them into categories. Are you categorizing? Are you grouping them? 18 to 24 or 25 to 20. Different category system. You can be doing it 10 to 19 years, 20 years to 29 years, 30 years to 39 years. So that way, within 4 or 5 rows, you are done with your age. You are done with your, within 4 to 5 rows. You've already explained your age, you've already described your age meaningfully, you know. So let's go back and uncheck this. Let's uncheck that display. Uncheck it. Let's run it again. Okay. So this is a rerun. So this is a rerun of it. It's a rerun. So yes, you can see the histogram. Can you see the histogram? Very beautiful. It even has that's a curve, normal curve. So you can see the histogram. Histogram also has some basic parameters: mean, standard deviation, number of cases, 180. So okay, the other thing to the other one here is when you go to descriptive, again. Mhm. So this one works basically for this one work. I think this one works only for numbers. You can see here it's not showing other variables. It's only showing the two variables that have numbers. That's serial number and age. So let's end it in. Let's see what we can tweak here. So it's still the same, almost the same thing again. All of these things you can check them, you can check and uncheck, you can just do it's just still the same, more like the same thing, but the focus here is on numbers. It's on numerical variables only. So let's continue. Okay, so this is run. So you can see that its own way of presenting table is different. See, it's like everything is coming out horizontally. Age, number of statistics 180, range 53, minimum 18. Everything is coming out on a long stretch, on a long horizontal stretch, as opposed to frequency. When you use frequency that comes out like this, frequency comes out in a vertical stretch like this. So that's like the uh okay, like these are the three ways of doing descriptive statistics. The first one I mentioned was when you're on the data set, you're on the data view, you click on it, you use quick one, right click, you know, can select multiple, you know, right click, So that's the first one. The second one is going to analyze. Analyze and go to frequency, check what you want to check, uncheck the ones you don't need. And the third one is using descriptive here. Okay, so I think we are good with that. We're good with that. So let's quickly do this KP study. Okay, so how to clear the page, so that we can have a fresh page to work on. Am I still connected? Okay. Okay. So the this thing, the data set is still that material one, material A. Still that material A. So the person, the client reached out to me, and the person said she wants me to help her to do, this knowledge and practice this thing. So I asked her for the score that um the is there a score? Does she have the score? So she sent me the score. So this is the score. So for any correct answer, the score is 1. Any wrong answer is 0. So for example, have you heard of hepatitis B before the survey? If the person says yes, you score it 1. You know, if the person says no, you score it 0. Like that, like that, like that. Let's look for this one. Number let's look at this one. Do all hepatitis B infected people present with signs and symptoms? Do you see that yes is a wrong answer here? Meanwhile, no is the correct answer. So no is because why? Because no is giving the score 1. I don't know is giving 0. So do you see the reason why you need to ask questions? You need to always ask questions from your client. You need to know what because imagine that you are not a medically inclined person. You may not have an idea of what this question is. Or let's even assume that you're a medical person and you're actually working on a social science um, or a social science project. There's something around depression or something around, it could even be a financial analysis. You might not know some things there. So the client will need to give you information. We need to give you all of this information. So that's how you'll be able to accurately analyze the work. So now what we want to do here is that we want to know the overall knowledge, and overall practice in of the of this in this study. I want to know the overall knowledge and the overall practice in this study. How do we go about that? Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. So before I go into this detail, let me just can I see our screen? Is it possible that we share? Is it possible we share? Let me stop sharing so I can just see our screen. So I'll know that we are following through. Okay, let me just be calling names. Mr. Adedeji Malik. Please, can I see your screen? I want to be sure that we are all following. Okay. 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 I'm seeing. I'm seeing a request from Amina Abdul Salam. Okay. Someone is not